I'm here to present for discussion 3 documents that differ generically, but all serve to document the accidental defloration of prepubescent girls. In common halachic parlance, each such document affirms that the girl in question is mukat etz, struck by wood, or wood struck. The 3 documents are from 16th century Italy. I want to explore with you the social and cultural significance of this kind of document. The workshop format is particularly appropriate and stimulating for my project because while I will be sharing with you my own thoughts and conjectures, I'll be particularly generous in bestowing upon you my perplexities. And I hope to go home with a pile of ideas and suggestions with which to pursue this inquiry. A few words of halachic background. One of the surprising features of the Woodstruck Deed is that the concept is neither new nor esoteric. The 3rd Mishnah in the 1st chapter of Ketubot records a difference of opinion between Rabbi Meir and the sages about the amount of the ketubah of a woodstruck girl. Rabbi Meir asserts that her ketubah is valued at 200 dinar, namely the value of a virgin, while the sages maintain that its value is only 100 dinar, like the value of a widow or a non-virgin. Later in the same chapter, in Mishnah 7, Rabban Gamliel and Rabbi Eliezer say that a girl is to be believed if she claims that she lost her virginity accidentally, but Rabbi Yoshua claims that she is presumed to have had intercourse unless she can prove her claim. This is only one of several Mishnahs in this chapter of Ketubot in which the same rabbis disagree over the same issue, namely whether the wife's or the husband's claim is to be believed, and which of them must bear the burden of proof. For example, in the previous Mishnah, a bride claims following her wedding night that she was raped after the engagement, while her husband charges her with having had intercourse prior to the betrothal and tricking him into the engagement, in which case her ketubah would be worthless. Focusing on the case at hand, the Mishnah says nothing about chronology, that is, at what point in time the groom or the husband discovers his wife's non-virginity. It just airs the 2 views on the value of her ketubah. The Gemara raises the possibility in Rava's name that the timing did matter to the sages. Supposedly, if the knowledge was made available only after the wedding night, they hold that she gets nothing, because her husband is judged to have been misled. Apparently, Rabban Gamliel and Rabbi Eliezer made no such distinction, valued her ketubah at 200 dinar, regardless of this factor. But Rava's suggestion falls in the course of the discussion, and more precisely, he's held to have withdrawn it, and the conclusion is that the Mishnah is to be read without regard to the timing of the revelation. This is a fairly straightforward discussion with a clear conclusion, and which is duly noted in the medieval literature. Al-Fasi declares that the sage's position is law, the authoritative codes follow suit, Maimonides' Mishneh Torah, Jacob ben Asher's Arba'at Turim, Joseph Caro's Shulchan Aruch. Throughout the Middle Ages, there is virtually no responsa literature on this topic. The case of the woodstruck bride is a non-issue. This is partly what makes the material from 16th century Italy curious. Our colleague, Kenneth Stowe, published 2 volumes of regesta of documents drawn up by Roman Jewish notaries, primarily Giuda Piatelli and his son Isaac, currently stored in Rome's Archivio Storico Capitolino. Stowe notes that the notarial files contain over 100 documents recording the accidental defloration of young girls for the 16th century alone. Clearly, the Woodstruck Deed was quite popular among Roman Jewry, and the question is, why? Why did parents rush to record their daughter's defloration in an official document? What was the social significance of the Woodstruck Deed, and what does its remarkable popularity convey?